Greetings and welcome to Dodger Drive presents the Grimstone Chronicles Season 4, Episode 31. I am your DM and host, Marty, joined by the full one, or two-thirds of the Ontario crew. We're still waiting on Ahmed. How's everyone doing on this fine Saturday? Gamer Day.
Yeah, Gamer Day.
My car has a scratch on it.
Oh no.
And so I decided to eat some donuts. I don't know how those two thoughts go together, but I was washing my car. It's relatively new. There was a scratch. It was on the bumper. Like, it's right where it's supposed to be. Like, somebody, like, it's right on the corner in the thing where somebody went through and they didn't have enough space. You know, and I'm like,
it's a brand new car, and it's the first scratch, basically.
It's the first scratch on the new car. So it's like, you know what I'm having? I'm going to go home. I'm making veal parmigiana. I've got a fresh ball of matzah. I've got the good Italian slow-dried pasta, like the really thick stuff. The really thick, coarse stuff. And
Ahmed,
I
we
made it all, and
we
I
are
had some
streaming.
Polish donuts
We
on the
just
side.
started, okay? All right, we're streaming. Let me say it one more time. We're streaming.
Hello, can you guys hear me? I can't hear you. Let me tell you a joke.
We do the pregame chatter for a reason.
I heard this in the blue collar room. Hold on.
I can add my own flair to it. My own not safe for work flair. And if you laugh, you get canceled. All right. Oh no.
Hey, lads.
Hey.
I'm really sorry I'm late.
That's all right. We waited for as long as we could. And you arrived just in time. Adam was just telling us about. The,
Okay, I was going to ask. Are you wearing a robe or
that's what I
something?
would
That's
do.
my job.
I'm assuming it's a smoking
Oh,
jacket.
yeah. I just literally just ran in the house. No, this is like winter coat just walked in the house. Didn't even take it off. Yep. I gotta get the pits to bed. I don't care. Stream's waiting. Stream's more important than family.
Oh no.
Know your place.
Know your place. I would not suggest taking that tact.
No.
But Dad, you love us. No.
Love his relatives' sons.
All right.
I'm turning on all the apps. Give me a sec here.
Yep. So Adam's got a scratch in his car and then ate a bunch of food.
Wait,
a bunch of high-calorie food afterwards to
I
make himself feel better.
I was washing the car, and actually the car's like, it's all clean down one side. I found the scratch, and I kind of really half-assed the rest of it. I'm like, no. The driver's side's really
That's
clean.
nice.
The passenger side, it's not salty anymore.
Yeah, sorry to hear, man. That sucks.
It's all good. It's nothing. It was just like, oh.
Mark, what's up with you?
Not much. I'm weirdly on. My sleep schedule's disrupted, which means by disrupted I mean it's like a normal human being. So I went to bed at like 11 last night and woke up at 8 in the morning. I'm like, oh, this isn't right.
I went to bed at 11 last night and woke up at 11. That's the shit.
That's better. Jeez.
I think it was 2:30 for me and then 11:30. So that was enough sleep. 9 hours is enough.
11 to 9.
That's
Huh?
Ahmed actually
Oh.
had a long.
Freaking amazing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I thought as soon as I woke up?
Oh,
I'm going to be awake for a game.
Yeah, it wasn't 3 hours of sleep and a full day of shit.
I was like, they're going to be impressed. Woo!
Awesome. Okay, cool. What do we do? Oh, wait. What was the thing that happened between last game and now? Yeah, Friday I got this little notification from my non-work email saying, "Oh, Gary Newman is doing a concert in Seattle." I'm like, "Okay." I almost tripped over myself to get tickets. It's basically the band that I listened to the most in 2022, and I was like, I had looked to see what he was doing, and he was just doing a bunch of concerts a while back in Europe. I'm like, oh, wish he came to the States. And I got my wish. So that was
With
that
a
was the
name
good
like
news.
Gary Newman, you think that the States would be where they're focused.
Yeah.
That is the most American-sounding name. Like
I think
Chuck
it's-
Wesley.
I
Like,
think it's British, maybe. I don't know. I don't know where he's from. But anyways, yeah, good stuff. Let's dive in. Last game, it's a trap. Sunny Cog, Sunny Cog, Quintessa, Brennos, and
Sorry,
Val have many questions for Agony about the Isle of Nefelus. Agony shares a memory with Sunny. The group tracks down Amyria, the Platinum Lady, in the town of Brindle. Agony has murderous urges. Sunny makes contact with the Defender of Nefelus. Quintessa teleports the party to the island, trusting the island defenders.
They're angels.
And the party arrives in the Devilstrom prison, and they just shunted. You took, I think, 2 damage each.
Yes.
I don't remember.
Yep. Just put 2 damage in your tokens. I'm starting to do that now.
My tokens have.
Veal parm, eh? Nice.
Yes, veal parm.
Oh yeah.
Here, I'll put one on Cog while you're getting ready. Oh my god, there's so many Cogs. And Quintessa. 2 damage.
You're doing it, or
Io.
Did it. Done.
So can you center us?
Yep.
Devis, the prison?
Yes.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, here we go. Nice. Oh yeah, and what's his name's on the other one?
Yeah, you notice that there's a board-looking blue dragon, a blue dragonborn half dragon, is sitting in an adjacent cell, a magical cell. He's got his weapons and his armor. Some of his armor is off, and it looks like it's been spread around a little bit, like he's been in there for a long
getting
time.
comfy is what he's doing.
Yep.
Taking off his boots.
He looks over.
Sunny waves at him.
He gives your party like a look. And he slowly stands up. And with great amount of, let's say, practice, he begins pacing back and forth in his cell, looking at you guys and thinking. He's not bumping into the barriers. Brennos, you managed to elbow one of the barrier. You're pretty sure if you hit the barrier, it's going to damage you back. Brennos is a big, clunky guy who doesn't like take that.
Yeah.
Added damage to Brennos as he got up and he fucking jammed his elbow into the barrier.
It's not me. Oi! I thought there was supposed to be some sort of angel party down here. Does it seem like the sound is penetrating the barrier?
The sound penetrates the barrier.
Oh.
The better to interrogate you.
Hello.
Don't worry, they will come. So it says the line to Drossa.
How are things?
Amit's gonna put on something more comfortable. He's listening though.
That's fine. He snorts and a little bit of electricity kind of came out of his nose.
Save that thought. You wouldn't happen to know where the blue skull is, would you?
He stopped his pacing and he's now regarding you guys very closely. Why?
Asking for a friend.
Can anyone in this party bluff?
Agony sent you.
No, nobody in this party can bluff.
Oh, all right.
He says, Langdodros says, Agony sent you.
We're doing a favor for a friend.
He's
No,
now
we can
looking over your group. You notice that Val has pulled out his physical. He does carry like a spare weapon. His physical Elven Curve Blade, not the one he summons through shadowy magic. He touches the end of the barrier, and yeah, the weapon kind of bounces off. He's now looking at the blade and
I wonder what
checking the
happens
sharpness.
if I hit it as hard as I can.
I don't think that would be advisable, says Amyria. She's looking around. Yes, a delegation should have been here. You do hear someone approaching. It's a single person.
Hello.
It is a female guard in heavy armor that looks like it's made to resemble that of angel wings. It's very exotic looking. Marches in. She sees the
Is she
group
like an
of you.
Azamar?
Yep.
Ooh, an Azamar. Hello.
She looks at the group of
You're
you.
surprised.
She nods in her armor, and then kind of twists on her heels to go, probably to report that you've arrived.
Bejam knew we were coming.
Okay. You hear a growl, like a draconic growl.
Ooh.
What the?
Oh no.
A flash of lightning just sort of out a door and around a corridor, and then you hear like a pole arm and a shield kind of clang to the ground.
If you want help with the fucking dragon, undoing this fucking jail cell would be an honor.
Okay, there's quiet for a moment.
Your friend is coming to save you, I think. So he says over to Langadrosa.
Yeah, it looks like Langdodros is quickly gathering his gear. He's not putting on his armor, but he's stuffing it into a bag. He's not paying attention to you guys. He started doing that as soon as the flash happened.
Oi, horn boy! I've seen you now.
Does anyone have seen visibility up?
Sonny does.
Okay. Sonny, you notice that cautiously there is a halfling that is moving into the room. The halfling's got a beard that sort of starts underneath his chin and kind of wildly goes out, and he's clinging to the shadows and looking around.
I would like to do a spot check against a disguise of some sort to see if he's got slightly draconic features.
Sure. You do see that in a bloodied hand, he's holding on to what looks like a little amulet or a little medallion, something that's shiny and reflective.
Oh, 45.
Okay, the creature's disguise is 34. Yes, there are telltale draconic features about the halfling. It is a polymorphed blue dragon of sorts.
That's a blue dragon.
Thank you, Sonny.
No.
The creature keeps to the shadows and kind of moves around the room and actually approaches.
There's an
Langdrosa.
invisible blue dragon there, but it looks like a halfling. You know, you risk like a disease of your blood by doing this.
Interesting. We'll deal with them in a bit. I think there's a control panel underneath. There's something. Be careful, is what Langdrosa is saying. The wrong rod disintegrates the person inside. Perhaps I should practice on those on that one over there.
All right.
I have questions for them first. You do see that he wandered over and he opened like a little panel, like at the base of the the prison cell, and you notice the halfling sneak coming over to your cell.
We're going to use a mythic point to cast Ascending.
Okay.
To basically inform
Jailbreak.
Baj Ham that there's a prison break. A polymorphed blue dragon is attempting to remove Langadrosa, and we're currently all in a cell.
Okay. There is this like very stern and annoyed, like
Druida Volcanica.
clenched teeth response of "I will be right there." All right.
Perfect.
You might have added, had someone been here to greet us.
This is how Sunny is not Barnabas.
Yep. The halfling sneak comes over. He doesn't know exactly what you did because you kind of cast it via quicken magic. Langadrasa is looking at your group funny. Did Agony send you, or are you here to fetch him? I suggest you answer my questions, or the black rod will be pulled. You won't like it very much. I've seen them do it to a bunch of their prisoners. Stupid Githyanki.
Agony is a friend of ours, and we are on common purpose. I don't know if we, any point motions back and forth, like between the three of us, are on common purpose, but we, Agony and ourselves, are.
You are aware of his condition?
Yes.
Interesting.
The mask is... Not all members of the cult are seekers of ultimate destruction. Not all of them want to throw everything away.
Okay, there are creatures teleporting into the room.
Yep, go fuck yourselves. No.
That's a great mini for the halfling. Or
Yes, it is.
that's awesome.
This one?
Yeah, that's great.
It's a halfling. Well, yeah. Well.
Yes.
There are creatures teleporting into the center of the chamber. You do see that there is a medallion that Bejam is wearing that looks like it's made out of some sort of mirrored metal. And it doesn't disappear when he teleports in. There are several other people in tow. They all look like Azamar. Two of them more guards in that heavy weird armor, and one woman that looks like she's
Oh my.
her aura is of the fluffiness of down. Like just feathers coming off of her. She's some sort of Azamar, maybe half angel, perhaps of a different lineage of
What is
Celestial.
happening in the mouth region? Is that a mask, or is this like...
There are a bunch of there's sort of like a masked mouthpiece, but also some embedded gems in the skin itself. She immediately, like as soon as she arrives, her feet just lift off the ground like she's floating upon the air. These two guards, they're looking around. At that time, the halfling sneak uses the little mirror token it took off of the guard and dimension doors away. Bejam snarls as his big wings go over, like just a big gust of wind, and he with great strength just bounds over to where the sneak thief was.
Hello.
Two guards go rushing to go figure out why this place isn't guarded currently, and
Your Azamar is probably dead. There was a flash over there.
in Celestial, Bejam basically is politely but distressfully cursing at the current state of things.
Oh, he seems most upset. Does anybody know what he's saying?
What a doo-doo situation this is.
It feels like a really good thing Barnabas chose to go on the other one.
Yeah.
He would have commentary.
Do any of you speak Celestial?
This is going to be a real long adventure.
Nope.
So Brennos is going to cast a comprehend languages, I think.
Yeah, but first, did anyone
No.
He's complaining
No.
about something.
No.
I don't. Celestial isn't something that a lot of us.
Lawful stupid's not something we're into.
Know your enemies, not your.
We haven't been stabbed by good people yet.
Angels are not the threat.
So
Well, I guess there's a new,
So Sunny
opportunity.
doesn't know. Brennos.
Brennos speaks Draconic.
There are some dwarven holy books Brennos can't read.
Yep.
Val might. Yeah, Val's got a celestial, but he's not saying any, like he's not interpreting.
Translating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about Quintessa?
No, she doesn't.
Okay. He curses about something. You're pretty sure he said something to the effect around like what was going on, and maybe something about a legion. Like there's a word for legion that's very similar to Imperial Common. Zolanta simply floats up beside him and just gently touches his shoulder and says some reassuring words in Celestial, which are extra reassuring because the language is quite musical, at least when it comes to reassuring words. She floats up and she bows. She keeps herself a few inches shorter than the shortest person in this place. Please, excuse our lateness. As you must understand, Nefelus is under siege by horrible forces. Our security contingents are busy elsewhere.
Oh, we're here to help you with that. Don't worry.
Once we ascertain that you all are indeed here as delegation from the Imperium and mean us no harm, and once we ascertain your intent, and she looks back at Bejam like that's what Bejam wants to know, we will get you out of this place and into a more secure location.
Excellent. We chose to take this route as it was faster. Time seemed to be of the essence.
It is.
He's speaking to
The
Bejam.
faster you let us out, and the faster we start bashing these giants, the less of your brethren will die.
You are here to help us.
Yeah.
Bejam has gone over and he's like closing the compartment that was opened. He's looking at the thieves' tools that left behind, and he just sort of like he like almost berates Langdedrossa by like showing him the thieves' tool, and he like bends it and puts it into a pocket. Langdedrossa backs away from Bejam. Perhaps Bejam's intimidated the
Yep.
great blue dragonborn.
Probably.
We are here for multiple purposes. One of them is indeed to defend this place and keep it in good standing with the Imperium. The other being the compass that is needed to find a floating iceberg, as well as another prisoner you had here, McCaff. We're supposed to take her away.
She smiles. Well, my manners. I am
Hello.
I am Zolanta Plume. I am the emissary of Nefelus.
This is in Celestial still?
No, she's speaking in Imperial
She's
Common.
speaking in Celestial, then Sunny doesn't know what's going on. He's just
Yep.
smiling nicely and saying things.
Quintessa rolls her eyes because this is the exact kind of court speech that drives her insane and why she hates the court.
Did they say Githyanki?
Yes.
Yep.
Langdedrossa did.
I am Sunny, Druid of Volcanica.
She smiles politely at that.
We all do.
Cog bows. Does like a martial arts bow.
Yep.
Mateus Blueleaf. You can call me Cog, as my friends do.
Blue leaf. She nods. There was a glimmer of recognition of your name.
Brennos, of the Inquisition.
I'm Countess Quintessa Morgaine of the Imperial Court.
Pleasure to have royalty, pleasure to have nobility amongst us.
Brennos does like the super obvious thanks for jumping over the Inquisition part as fast as you could.
Yeah, she may have had a question kind of queued about that.
Yeah, let's not get some of those questions answered.
Yep.
Shall we?
Valsoren, Imperial Guard. Very good to meet an Imperial Guard, she says. She seems most concerned about Val's presence.
My
He's-
body.
He's not too bad once you get to know him. He's not as stuffy as the others.
She's making note of that. You know that her superiors will now know this.
And here we have Amyria. She's lost her memories. Hoping she can help get them back.
Oh, how sad. Our mages... The mages of Nefelus are quite potent with their magics, and very brilliant in their skills. Perhaps they can help.
Sonny tries to lean in to whisper something and
Yep.
zaps himself on the field. Oh! And she's some sort of shield archon, but with fingers.
Okay. Zolanta Plume smiles politely. Bejam now is standing there, listening to your responses. His gaze is much more, how should we say, judgy, and not smiling. He actually has battle wounds that are slowly knitting themselves closed.
Do you prefer cats or like parakeets?
No, Sonny. No.
I am very partial to avians.
Parakeets. So he makes a mental note.
Might we ask who your superior is and whom it is that sent you here to Nefelus?
Druid of Volcanica. I don't really have a superior.
We are
Volcanica.
here at the request of the Imperial Administrator. Oh crap.
Elsie
Hmm?
Elsie Vale.
Of the Elsia Vale.
The Elsie Vale is a very magical place. I do believe that we have some members of Nefelus and the population that may have come from that region long ago. And she's glancing at Cog when she says that.
Brennos is going to let me give Cog an elbow.
It was once a haven for those who could not find a goodly home on Volcanica. We welcomed the Imperium here in our time of need.
Yeah, what are we fighting?
Might I introduce you to Bejam, guardian of Nefelus?
Oh, we're good friends. Hello.
Bejam flies up with a couple flaps of his wings and floats over to a higher perch, and he's sort of looking down on everyone.
Greetings, Bejam. And she gives a slight nod of the head.
Yep. Is there anyone evil in this group?
No, I think we were smart enough not to do that.
All right. Is there anyone
Good?
chaotic in this group?
Don't think so.
Nope.
Nope.
Although I'm currently worshiping a chaotic good god.
Ooh, you got stank on you.
So
Hey, LeBron.
I don't have the cleric thing of
Listening, I'll be
getting
right back.
tank, but I
Yeah.
am worshiping a god that is chaotic good.
Okay.
Hello.
There were no lies in what you spoke of. But now I ask you what it is that you want.
Oh, the compass to find the horn, or the people who took the horn, to summon all the dragons in the land, and Macaf. She's wayward. She needs to be taught a lesson. So he's picking his words carefully there. We don't know what the lesson is yet, but she needs a lesson.
She too is a criminal here. She was caught and has subsequently escaped. And stolen many things from us.
Does that include the compass?
The compass is, how shall we say, moot at this point.
Oh.
Yes, the iceberg is here.
Well, that makes things a little easier. Alright, so iceberg full of giants, 2 of them, or just the one?
But yes, the compass is something that went missing some time ago. In the earlier attacks, in the beginning, there were simply raids.
It is most interesting to know that we have a pocket of goodly outsiders here on Volcanica. We will make note of this.
Why do you seek the Drakhorn?
Because it was blown to summon all of the dragons, likely to birth the child of Tiamat, who is growing in the
I
fall of
told you,
Amalgamon.
Sonny, that's not what's happening.
No, it's most definitely what's happening. Tiamat's child is being birthed in the Amalgamon's volcano that erupted and sacrificed many
She's
kobolds.
just shaking her head like, don't listen to him. He does not know.
Does Sonny believe this?
100%.
This is Sonny's theory, and he believes his own theory.
This isn't theory. This is just fact that other people haven't gotten to yet.
Got it. Very interesting. Is there a proposal that you wish to make Sonny Druid of Volcanica?
Well,
on behalf of your Imperial masters?
Well, we will help you defend this place from those who are currently attacking it. And you will allow us to claim the compass, which is somewhat moot at this point, but if it's moot, then it won't be a problem. And we take McCaff with us. And then Sonny looks over at, and I believe Langdadrossa might be on the table as well in terms of, what is your plans for him?
He is our prisoner. A prisoner of war. We are not complete with our interrogations.
Oh, there's also some kind of blue skull on the table as well, please.
Okay, he doesn't seem to know what you're talking about. Unfortunately, those icebergs have brought many draconic things to our island. There were many draconic things on our island to begin with. One must remember history, of course. I do not forget.
What you mean history?
Our great founder,
Was a dragon slayer.
Zolthraxis, was an imperial hero. Yes, he was of angel blood, who slew many dragons, in particular chromatic dragons during the Draco Purge long ago.
Sonny is like,
Praise
obviously-
Zol! And you notice, like, just the mention of his name had Bejam, like, saluting.
Sonny finds the term Draco Purge to be distasteful. Like, he does this, like, they were here. No, that wasn't supposed to happen.
Zolthraxis slew Avarice, who's was the creator of the moving iceberg, the one that is now polluting our great halo.
Well, and that's the one that had the impenetrable ice with the horn in it. And when you figure out who penetrated the ice, so I need to go to ask a question of who's moving the fucking iceberg. Who took the fucking horn?
Yes, while the Thraxian Council does not see the ties, we do.
Oh, this council.
Zolthraxis was an enemy of white dragons and hunted them. This attack is retribution. It is not simply an attack, it is a siege. Our island is slowly freezing to death. while raids continue, and there are dragons that are in the mists.
Have your enemies made any demands?
No. They have been raiding and pillaging.
No communication whatsoever?
There are several dragons that are here of concern. A pair of small ones. There is one of direct line of Avarice, who is a worm on the verge of being great. It is he that is in Avarice's, who dwells within Avarice's iceberg, the moving one. What is of even greater concern is what the moving iceberg towed. A second great iceberg. Inside that iceberg there is a creature that has killed many. We should resummon the legions. The council has decided not to. They're fighting.
What is this?
The legions in Nefelus are fighting a force that is a threat to all of the Prime, and not just to our island.
The Imperium is under attack from more places than just here. Gith attacked attacked the dwarves en masse. There's doppelgangers in the woods. There are issues on multiple fronts, and it's expected that there will be a force to help repel the foes of the Imperium from here as well. As the dwarves help, as the elves help, the angels will help too. I said that right, didn't I?
You notice that they shared glances when you said "Get Yankee."
Can I ask? Carl, can I ask you a question? How long ago were the Githyanki here?
The Githyanki have been raiding us for the past year.
Can you tell me the size of the forces?
Small.
And how are they appearing? How are they arriving?
At first, some of them arrived in these cells.
Right, and then they learned. And then how did they arrive?
The ones that successfully made off with some of our relics arrived upon Dragonback.
Was a red Dracolich amongst them? I killed that guy once. I gotta kill him permanently. You wouldn't happen to have a big fuck off gem that I could put a Dracolich in, would you?
Right. The general we did do away with him and his.
There's a polite, embarrassed smile from the ambassador. There's a stern look and a snap of a head when you start swearing in front of them. Apparently, they don't like blue language.
we did do away with the general and his dragon, but they are liches, as you know, and they have already reformed. I have a question for you, as the.
Perhaps
I'm part of the.
Perhaps, given that they are clearly potential allies of ours, Bejam, we should let them out of the prison cell to show them a degree of courtesy. Agreed. Then, as defender and guardian of Nefelus, I hereby allow you out of your containment, in accord to the exceptions to the decree of isolation.
Ooh. Is there a copy of the Accord of the Decree of Isolation somewhere?
Can you give us a quick summary of this so that we can agree to it?
We're letting you out, and we're not breaking our own laws by doing so.
Perfect.
Suffice that you swear that that your actions here will be reflected. Will reflect the relationship between the Imperium and Nefelus.
Of course.
Okay. With that, Bejam reaches into a lever, and you see which lever he pulls, and the barrier goes down. And the Imperium wants war! Right. And they let you out.
The +4 being the best bluff we have. Yeah.
Are you gonna let me out? Says Landrosa. No.
I have a concern. One of my abilities is to dimensional hop. Would that lead me to one of these cells?
Yes. do be advised that
Cog's like, oh, son of a bitch.
any teleportation magic or magic of that sub-school will result in these barriers bringing you back here.
This he looks as good. This seriously hinders my fighting capabilities.
You'll be fine.
Is there anything alive here?
What do you mean?
Like
Plant life or
insects or plants or things that can be targeted as a creature.
It's a pretty sterile room.
Okay.
Lying to Drossa, you do see that the Nefelus guard have like dragged their colleague back. They must be reporting to Bejam. Bejam does go over and have a look. Wrap the body. We will see to her later. And you notice that he casts a gentle repose.
If you wish to have her reincarnated, it's a thing that we can do.
Please, we will look after our own, in accordance to our own customs and laws.
There's a strong likelihood that the halfling will return here and attempt to.
We are well aware of many of the attackers that are here. Unfortunately, we do not have the numbers to fully defend this place. He says a little bit quieter, like not so that Langdodrossa does not see.
Question.
It will not be long before we can rid ourselves of this vile prisoner.
The giants that are attacking.
That sounds awfully permanent.
Yeah.
The question.
I would not worry yourself with such things. We have an angel of execution that takes care of such nastiness.
You see, the thing is, it would be like, what would we do with him? Well, we probably kill him because he raided the city. Like, it's not like he's some grand innocent. He's a cult member who destroyed the city.
I still have lots of information, including where that skull is, says Langdodrossa.
Cog's like, I'd like to know what that is.
Sense motive.
Yeah, he's not lying. He's also trying to save his own skin. But apparently, he's willing to talk.
We have a slightly less permanent method of people making people repaying their debts that we should probably discuss at some point. But first, we should ensure mistakes aren't made. I think Sunny's going to fill the mechanism space with stone. Wall of stone, the mechanism.
Well, you're putting a wall of stone here?
Well, no.
I see. Okay.
Right here, so they can't get to it.
Bejam's brow furrows at that, but he doesn't stop. He doesn't move to stop you. Zolanta just smiles politely, like you doing things is kind of rude to her, but she's smiling because you're guests and like just doing things without permission seem to be rude to them.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Sonny, stop interfering with them.
They're right here. We can talk about them. We don't need to use the third person. No, I think that Langdodrossa should spend some time as a gecko.
It's irrelevant what you think. He's their prisoner right now.
May we go elsewhere, out of earshot? You do notice that the Nefelus guard are picking up the body. They've wrapped the body into a
please,
like a funerary shroud. Like each of the guards actually is carrying this little blanket that they unfurl and put the body in and wrap her carefully up into, and then they're lifting her and carrying her away. This is after the general repose. One of the main reasons why you general repose is you intend to bring them back later.
I don't suppose this island has an extraordinarily high birth rate, does it? As we're walking.
This seems to be extremely rude. Bejam just shakes his head slightly to this, and Zulanta is just smiling so politely at you.
It's like, oh. Yeah, so he's got a really high sense motive.
They bring you to a very simple chamber. I'm just going to draw like a gray square because it's effectively what it is. You get the sense that you're underground. You can hear the sounds of moving water. The only thing in this room is a plain stone bench and a little fountain where you could actually drink water, and a couple of doorways leading to and from the chamber. Very austere. There's not much to the place. The prisoners cannot hear us in here.
So,
we are well aware that Langadrossa does have a cohort that flew to the island.
cohort's one way to call a giant dragon. It's a blue, like a huge, colossal, giant. Sorry, Brennos does. Sunny. It's a very, very large blue dragon.
It is an adult blue.
It's my understanding that this group has killed at least a half dozen dragons this year.
Aye.
We're not concerned about one dragon.
It was very important 2 years ago. It was very scary at the time.
Times change.
Aside from the worm white dragon that lives in Avarice's iceberg, the second iceberg is of more concern. There is a creature there that is the spawn of two major white dragon clans, one from the northern polar region and one from the south.
By spawn, do we mean baby?
Well, perhaps at one time it was a baby. It was the mate of Avarice. A creature of great age that survived the Draco Purge. It hid in the southern polar regions of this world, far from any landmass, far from any ships of the Imperium and their heroes. This creature, we believe, has been crowned with the power of an Exarch.
Knowledge plane? Something?
Is this creature alive, or is it a form of undead?
Oh, they are alive.
They?
Yes. Chill Reaver is a two-headed white worm of immeasurable age, crowned by the unholy energies of his goddess Tiamat herself.
Up until the Tiamat part came out, Brennos found something humorous and then decided that it wasn't humorous anymore.
Yep. It is this creature that is somehow polluting our halo and turning our island from a tropical paradise into a wintry hell.
Is the halo itself simply a powerful control weather?
Yes. And more. It is the construct of a druid companion of Zolthraxis long ago. It was constructed to keep our island isolated from the evils of Volcanica.
Oh my god,
keep
they're
its-
a lawful good cult.
To keep our people safe, and to make it a haven for those of good.
It's the village with angels.
If there's the prime focus for this control weather, I might be able to bolster it or seize control.
There is something that has already seized control of it. Something that is in Chill Reaver's possession.
Then let's go get it.
We've tried.
What?
Brennos also found something funny and decided not to voice it.
Yep.
What can you tell us about its
We would caution you to... The raids have begun to capture people as opposed to simply kill them. We are very worried that Chill Reaver has some artifact under his control that turns them into icy thralls.
Do you know if an icy thrall can be un-icy thralled? Is it a permanent condition?
We are not certain. Any of the thralls that we've encountered, it appears that any living creature can be turned into some. In fact, many of the armies that appeared here, that are part of the invading host, have already been ensorcelled in this way. But, given our current defensive stance, and that we've been unable to repel these draconic attacks backed by their allies, we would invite any help that the Imperium could give. I am certain the Imperium wants something more than a compass.
As I said before, there's going to be there's wars coming, and an army is expected at some level. Support, whatever that means. Either it be heroes or armies, or you know how they are. He's pointing at himself like, I'm a dwarf doing this.
Amyria steps forward. I think what my companions are trying to say is that your troubles are multiplied by troubles across Volcanica, and the peoples of Imperium share the same fate as the people of Nefelus.
What'd she say?
Plus 50 diplomacy. I really need your help.
While I do not expect any details to be hammered out here, perhaps the possibility of an alliance against these forces that threaten us. Together we are stronger than alone. The plume-kith Azamara lady smiles deeply at that. Bejam just gives a curt nod. It is agreed. If you help us with this, and send and sink these icebergs into the sea and send these creatures away, I do not know how you will stand up against the might of Chill Reaver. But even to convince them to retreat, then yes, of course. We will stand by your side in righteous causes.
Most things get mad when you cut one of their heads off, even if they got two.
How does this one react when you chop one off?
Where's Brennos' sword right now?
It was in his hand before. When they showed up, it was in his hand.
We do have some laws, and we wish you to respect our culture. There will be no spreading of any of the new gods here. We respect the old ways.
What is new and old in this context?
We are rather partial to our own collection of deities, she says.
Brennos jangles a massive collection of holy symbols. He's a roll. There's probably some problematic ones in there.
Yeah. Bejam doesn't like the look of just a big jangle of holy symbols. If there's a face he makes at Brennos. Again, you think you're being rude?
That's fine. I don't know what the rules are.
Give me a minute. The list of gods, they're not going to not tell you. I just want to make sure I got them right.
I just want to confirm when they mean old gods, they mean the named gods, or do they mean a subset of
Just as the forefathers and founding angels of this island, the people of Nefelus follow Coralon, Bakar, Bahamut, and Pelor.
So it is as simple as not proselytizing, yes?
Yes.
Do you have druids?
Some amongst our numbers. We are an island.
Sonny nods at this. It's a deep, meaningful statement of, yes, there are druids on the island.
But none as strong as as those amongst the founders.
Of course, yes.
Yeah, they say they have them. They're just not giving you names.
Yeah.
There may not be like a legendary druid on the island.
Yep. Sonny is thinking to himself, like a jacked warthog.
Just like Badger Boy Rick or something lives in the hills.
Running into the room as one of these Nefelus guards speaks a couple of words to Bejam. You must excuse me.
Do you need help? We're ready to go.
We're more of the fighty type than the negotiaty type. I mean,
If you're going into
this
battle,
crap is the stuff we're suck at. That's time to go do what we're good at.
Our wizards and
Yeah.
warriors are stretched thin in the defense of the island.
let's go then.
What we do need is an unexpected assault. It's almost like he's had to chew on the fact like that he's gonna do something that it's not.
I'm going to do something spontaneous.
Right. An unexpected assault into one of their icebergs may give them pause.
I believe
I like how you think. Starts flexing, stretching.
I would not send you into the heart of the lair of Chill Reaver. We must send Chill Reaver a message, however, that while he may be impenetrable, his agents and other dragons are not.
What was the name of the lady one again?
She died long ago. Avarice. It is the spawn of Avarice.
The one with 2 heads.
That is
Chill Reaver.
Chill
For
Reaver.
fuck's sakes.
Well, I thought that was his mate. I thought it was the mate with 2 heads.
Brennos, you have been hit in the head too many times.
If you're not going to pay attention, do not contribute.
Is Avarice a lady?
I apologize for my friend. He seems to be drunk in the head.
No, it is
He's
quite
much
all right.
better on the battlefield.
There are many white dragons here, too many, in fact. The most powerful one is Chill Reaver, 2 heads, who once mated with Avarice, who was slain by our founders all.
See, I thought Avarice was a boy. Sounded like a boy to me. I'm sorry.
Oroth is the spawn of Avarice. His egg must have been laid shortly before her death.
And what makes you think Chill Reaver is impenetrable, as you put it?
Because several of my fellows went to fight him and did not return.
Did you receive any further information about his abilities or his strengths or weaknesses?
Yes, Chill Reaver is an Exarch of Tiamat, which means that Tiamat has bestowed upon Chill Reaver divine powers, like a chosen of a religion.
Cog just turns to like one of his petties, like pointing at the Dayfrill blade, like.
I think you'll find Chill Reaver is quite penetrable with the right tools.
We'll get him.
Our plan is to kill Oroth, the old White Death. Perhaps with his most trusted lieutenant destroyed, Chill Reaver will contemplate a retreat.
We need to know everything you have about this target.
Do we really, though?
Yes.
We need the thingy so that we can teleport over to our place. We need to know where we're teleporting to. We go and smash some things, kill a few dragons.
Let's just melt the iceberg or something.
Barnabas said start with the original iceberg. Didn't he?
Well, one is towing the other.
Fancy Pants isn't even here. What matters what he said? Now's the time for action.
Fuck it, fine. Let's go kill something.
Hail the bright axe. Ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. Are you pushing the issue with the can't teleport?
Yes, it's like we need. Well, yeah, it's that explicitly. We need one of them thingies to let us teleport and know where we're teleporting to.
Do you have any single-use ones? That way, if we get captured or taken, the enemy does not have a token it can use to teleport in.
It would really help me if I was to have something that would allow me to jump quite a bit. I jumped quite often.
Okay.
It's a githzerai technique.
Who's leading the diplomacy check as you're asking for a favor?
Not Cog.
Sunny.
Okay.
The angel.
Diplomacy check.
The angel.
Sunny is going to use his
She aids.
charge of glory.
Okay.
Will he? No, he. Yeah, because we want a real one. Okay.
Give me a second before you roll. I'm going to set the DC.
All right.
I'm just rolling for aids. I don't
To
aid.
them, this is giving dangerous aid because this allows you to, or secret knowledge. It's a plus 10.
We're doing a thing.
So,
yeah. Cog actually makes it worse.
But I want one that lets me jump all day. And I'm not going to spend mythic points because I don't know what I'm going into.
Quintessa? Oh, hang on.
all right, and can you count out how many times you were rude in the last conversation?
The number of times that you said you're being rude.
Yep.
I got. I talked
2?
about.
Does that include swearing? Because
Yep.
we're talking out a big negative.
The wall of stone, the bugs.
I think Adam. Got about 6 of them. Adam about 6 rudes between these two characters.
Quintessa swore twice.
Yeah. Okay. So
Cog didn't.
we'll say
Cog
you're
was
at the
fine.
maximum rudeness level.
Ah.
All right. So
Yeah, when you
You
start
guys were at
changing
helpful.
the architecture of their house. Yeah.
his charisma modifier is just basically 10, and then you're asking for secret knowledge, which is 20, and then you were rude like 6 times, so that's
30.
DC 32.
Hey.
Okay. -2 for Cog's aid of 4.
Yep.
43.
Okay. They look at each other. They pretty much, you think they say something to the effect of the angelic version, like beggars can't be choosers.
Like a horse in the mouth.
You can't choose what the lowered faithful chooses their favorite prayer, like something like that. People have their favorite prayers. Yeah, I guess so. And he does ask for one of the Nefelus guards their token. This is a one-time use thing. It should be used in conjunction with your casting of a spell. He hands that to Sunny.
Okay. Sunny has 1 token.
As for your fighting capabilities, I do not quite understand what you mean.
There is some form of spell called a Dimension Door, which is... I use it in conjunction with my martial arts. I strike when I jump.
A githzerai trick.
I have trained under masters of the Israeli arts. That is why I was asking about the githzerai. My master and others in another temple and part of Volcanica tracking them.
When the Githyanki were raiding here earlier this year, a githzerai came to our island to visit.
Can't remember. I'm mentioning the name of my master.
Nope.
Master... I'm looking for it. Give me a second. It's getting there. Getting there. Is this Thalys? Exalian. Master Exalian.
No.
Huh. Did not know. Was he talented in the styles of fighting?
Yes, he was a very excellent fighter. He fought with a strange magic we believe is called psionics.
Ah, yeah. Master Exalian taught me the ways of jumping and striking.
Zik Utherion is his name. He was part of the group that went to fight Chill Reaver and did not return. He proved himself ally when the Githyanki began raiding our island, almost as if he was tracking their movements.
Yes, we have that ability.
And we believe that the icy thrall magic has no limitation on physiology.
Correct.
Do the ones who return after being controlled, do they still retain their abilities?
Yes.
Can you tell me everything you know about Master Utherion's abilities?
It makes them impervious to cold, and some of them have strange wintry magics. They are able to walk upon ice. You will find that the insides of the icebergs very slick.
Does the local protections block planar magics?
Anything with a teleportation sub-school.
So you could plane shift away.
No. And now I'm checking.
Yeah, I was like, no, somebody's just wrong. He's like, but what about the plane shift? No, it's the
I would not try to get away that way. You will end back up in a cell. Val does lean into Quintessa and say, that might be a good getaway. Push come to shove.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Help me!
I'm dying! No, I'm in a safe place. Of course, the angels aren't thinking that way.
No.
This is where uninvited people come.
So, if we run into difficulties, some of us might be using the cell as a way to escape danger. We'll let you know if we, need to be knocked out again. If things get rough,
I will keep a closer look on the cell area, knowing that you are all around. How many of you can teleport?
Depends on the day.
Val's hand goes up.
Sunny's hand goes up.
Quintessa's hand goes up.
And the monk.
Yes. Not
Zolanta
not a spell.
smiles
Not a spell.
beamingly, like she's impressed that so many of you have such magics, but Bejam just like, there's another headache.
So Brennos slowly puts his hands up. Sort of.
You were trained by githzerai.
Yes.
Hands start going down. Like,
No. Only that one.
Only I was.
Approach.
Okay, Cog approaches. Oh, let me get to this.
Please wouldn't hurt. My goodness.
Kneel and swear that you will abide by this place as if it were your own home.
Cog drops to a knee. I swear.
And that before departing this isle you will return this token to me. Or to anyone of authority here on this island should I not be able to receive it.
I swear.
Then you and you alone will be allowed to use it. You notice that he removes kind of part of his... something that was stuck to like his... to a brazier. It was like it was magnetic. It looks like a long mirror kind of in the shape of a sword, like a stylized sword. Then I bestow upon you this grace. You will be able to teleport in Nefelus to the places that you want and use your monkly powers. I give this to you with great hesitation, but ours is an hour of need, and our need is dire. clink. He clinks it to your bracer.
Okay. What's it called? Mirror of.
You could call it the token of the Defender of Nefelus. The mirror token is probably it.
Do you like kangaroos?
He looks at you. He kind of dismisses your question by looking away. He leans into Cog and he kind of gently pulls you back up.
Yeah, Cog does like a monk bow, and if you wouldn't mind, can I test it?
By all means, it will work beyond a simple charge.
Boop, 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 boop.
Do not let this item fall into the hands of our enemies.
Understood. Thank you.
You hear that, Cog? No stupid bullshit or you get your head knocked off again.
Cog's head just turns.
The fact that you still are amongst us with your head falling off is a great grace to us all. Says the diplomat. Zolanta here will show you around. It will not be hard to find the halo. I assume that you have powers of flight.
Yes.
Are there any particular rules that we should know of local customs that are particularly important, or is it all just defeat the foe right now?
There are no rules in those icebergs.
There we go. All right, let's go.
I just want to make sure we didn't fight already today, right?
Sunny has spent 2 mythic points through all the shenanigan,
To redo okay.
all the stuff to get here. Shenaniganry to get here. I'm having a brain fart.
Yeah.
And then I think Quintessa teleported.
Teleported once.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
I just gotta.
There's a whole bunch of buffs on the tokens. I'm just going to tick those spells off when it's time to buff. I'm just gonna, do we have a place to see the city, or are we just going to sort of go from here to the...
There is not much to see outside, given the combination of cold and tropical heat. The island is covered in mist and fog, which has made it very, very difficult for us to defend against the raids.
Are the raids being done by larger groups of attackers, or are they being done by more powerful ones?
They've been nipping away with their own forces. There is no boat. There is no boat smaller than that of a caravel that has survived.
We can do a serious number
as they have
troops.
a number of fishmen under their control. I would not go near the water, lest you become shark bait.
And you want us to swim in?
The dragons. The dragons are the main concern. They've been striking at whim at some of our buildings, taking out the defenders, plundering, and leaving. And recently, they've begun capturing.
What targets do they aim for? Should we set a trap for them? Or do you want us to strike at their headquarters?
Let's just cut off the head and be done with it. Or heads, as it were.
This is a siege. They have been systematically destroying buildings one by one, from the outer side in. They have made their intent clear. They do not intend to leave until this island is covered in ice, its inhabitants enslaved or destroyed, and every single building a ruin.
You fucked up. Yep.
Worry not. Your home is now under our protection.
Given that some of our most holy places are where the halo resides, and it's already corrupted, they have no need to strike at the heart. With the destruction of many of our defenders in our attempt to repulse their initial attacks, plus the weakness after suffering at the Githyanki raids, and as well, many of our forces are not on this world currently. Our legion is serving a greater purpose elsewhere.
You wouldn't happen to know where Tyr went, would you?
Such discussions are not for such time.
Cog's just...
Philosophy and
Friends.
ancient history.
At a later time, when you've fixed Amyria's mind, it's a conversation we're gonna have.
Yes. Perhaps your amnesiac angel friend should come with us.
Good idea.
She's protect her, because she's been around for a long time, and I want to know what the fuck she saw before she got stuck in the sword.
You hear in your mind, Brennos, we also have questions, especially around how one comes across such a blade.
The telepathic connection
Yeah.
is the ow kind of like war cry.
And there's a growl from Zateo inside the blade. The growl was out loud. Like Val takes a step back from Brennos. What the fuck?
Stomach problems.
Probably not to take a step back. He pushes Mother out of the way to take a step back facing Brennos. Zolanta, well, basically, Bejam, I think, has given you everything you need at this point.
I think so.
We will have guards watch this chamber as well as the prisoner chamber. We will station them here. You know how to get back there. And we will have several scrolls of healing. You should use this place as a way to... you realize he's trying to minimize your teleporting around the island?
Yeah.
You should return to this place should you require succor and sanctuary.
Sorry. One moment. I can create a physical connection between us that will allow us to very easily communicate and not nearly as expensively. I just need to give you a little touch. Just a little touch. You know.
He holds out his hand.
Okay, I'm going to link to him so that I can speak in his mind and cast one spell on him per day remotely, but that part is needed.
Is it one spell per character that you
No,
have connected?
just
It's
once
one,
per day.
right?
I can
That's still freaking amazing.
just so I can contact him without having to spend mythic points to send.
If you are going to go and fight a dragon, might I suggest that you partake in this feast first?
Oh yeah, here we go.
Cog's like, excellent.
Bejam used some rod to quickly cast Hero's Feast.
Nice.
There's a magnificent table, chairs, service, food, and drink. It'll take about an hour to consume, but at the end of the hour, you'll get neutralized poison. Removed disease, D8 temporary hit points plus 1 per every 2 caster levels, so D8 plus 10. The ambrosia and food also grants a +1 morale bonus on attack rolls and will saves, and a +4 morale bonus on saving throws against poison and fear.
Mm.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
If you insist. Yeah. Yeah.
Are these dragons chaotic or evil?
Of course.
Are they chaotic or evil?
Yes.
It's not. It's which one
both!
are they? They're both. Oh, Cog's like they're both.
It is a legitimate question. But chromatic white dragons have always leaned towards that of the mindset of destruction and ruin at any cost.
I'm sorry,
Individuals.
Cog. I keep forgetting Imperial's not your first language.
Old White Death definitely fits that description. Although I am uncertain of a Exarch of Tiamat and where it may lie in its true nature.
Tiamat's a very complex being. When it comes to dealing with its child, we probably use some help. Probably, all keeping Volcanica on a nice neutral path with a balance of both good and evil beings. What did I say?
Stop. Deal with the dragon that roosts in Avarice's iceberg, and then we will talk about next steps against Chill Reavers.
Do you want a head or something? So just dead good enough?
Your word will suffice.
Alright.
Right, let's go kill us a dragon then.
If it is not too much to ask, we would wish the dragon not be in a position to be
Resurrected.
easily.
Yes.
Resurrected. That's my new favorite new word.
Of course, a head will suffice. If Chill Reaver does have the ability to resurrect, then we will find out.
Why are we giving Chill Reaver a chance to react instead of taking it by surprise?
I am not convinced that the 5 of you sent by the great and almighty Imperium have the strength to stand up against Chill Reaver itself.
And what have we done that's convinced you we can fight this other dragon? Nothing.
Absolutely piss all, but if we die going against him, his little tokeny thing that he's given to Cog doesn't end up in the same enemy hands. And
She looks at Cog with irritation.
I wonder if Talus would like this dragon.
You've already claimed that you have killed dragons. Is there any reason why?
Are you a liar? No,
I can see the magics upon your persons.
Sonny, hello.
He looks a little annoyed. Do you require assistance in this task? That
No.
we can provide.
Unlikely.
No, I think we're fine.
We're probably going to need freedom of movements all around because of likely winds, protections against cold, white dragons. Defeated a few. Are you familiar with Glazhair? He's more popular in the north.
Okay,
No.
he doesn't seem to know.
Okay, that's fine. I'm assuming it's a slightly awkward meal.
Quintessa's clearly biting her tongue about something. So.
Yep.
Her
Bejam
bluff is garbage.
leaves with whatever the guard wanted. Amyria wishes you good luck.
Stay safe.
She looks pretty happy to go and spend some time with angels.
I think that went extraordinarily well. Ooh, aren't we all friendly here?
And it's just one guard that's kind of stationed outside of the room.
sorry, guys.
That
This is ridiculous. You have your Deferu weapons. Suddenly has his ridiculous magic. It's just kill Chill Reaver.
Wait, but what if... Hear me for a second. That map wasn't prepared.
well, I was diligent and worked hard yesterday and the other day. That both icebergs are valid targets at this point. You could go around the island too. I also have a bunch of stuff prepared for the island, but
So,
Like if you wanted to go hunt out where their halo was, see if you could fuck around with that. Like,
well, I'm pretty certain.
This. I am all prepared. Don't you worry, Adam. Don't make player decisions based off of.
Because, like, I don't know who they have in charge of the storm, but I'm pretty certain I'm a better druid than they are. Also, control weather is twice as potent when a druid casts it than when a non-druid casts it. And I heard a lot of dragons. I heard a lot of angels. They don't sound like druids to me. So Sonny does think that like that is a good use of time.
What does an exarch mean? Says Val. He's asking his mother, but he's asking the group.
Well, he should.
No idea.
Ask Barnabas, because his mother's only got plus 16.
Let's see if Val's got knowledge.
She's got a 36, mind you.
In knowledge religion?
Yeah.
Yeah, an
Like
exarch.
a chosen?
Exarch's kind of equivalent to a chosen, where the god has actually, to the mortal, typically powerful mortals already, given or bestowed upon them some sort of divine power. With your 36 and your nat 20, you're now trying to think, maybe the powers of my companions are kind of like bestowing, or while they seem to be stealing the powers, maybe it's possible for a god to just grant those powers.
Okay.
Effectively, an exarch means a highly powerful mythic being whose powers stem from the god that bestowed them with this gift.
Well, Al, what we can expect is, I believe, for this dragon to be imbued with the same mysterious power as our companions here.
So,
Can I have a mage armor?
yes.
You don't have bands, wrist bands that
Or
grant?
are they the same thing?
Yes.
Oh.
It's all
Oh,
armor
right.
class.
Those are they're more powerful now. They're like, oh, right. I don't need them anymore. Never mind. Thank you.
Sonny's looking sad, holding a wand. Oh. You, sir, in the hallway, would you like a mage armor? This wand doesn't get much use these days.
That's funny.
No. We have really four opportunities before us.
Langadrosa. Quiet in there! You hear the guard, like, quiet in there!
Does the guard speak Draconic? And so when we speak Draconic, does the guard seem to react to it?
Nope.
All right. So we'll switch to Draconic for a little bit. So we have really four options, I think.
My claw's bigger than your claw.
Aha!
A bunch of claw and teeth scale metaphors.
Look at the size of my wings. Look at the wings on that one. We have four options before us. We could kill
Shadowrun when he burned the world. Shaka with
the
the
ball
ball spell.
We can defeat the lieutenant as the weird solar man or whatever he is asking. He's very grumpy, by the way. And I think he would make a wonderful kangaroo.
That is a solar. This is Val to his mother.
I don't know.
I thought he was a planetar.
She shrugs because I'm
Planet-
pretty sure that's a knowledge planes.
Yeah,
question.
he's got plus 22. I think it's a planetar.
Oh, sorry.
One or two rungs below an angel.
The green ones. Yes. yes.
He also gave off the sense that he's been on this island for 1,000 years.
Yeah. Well, it means he knows old stuff.
The Draco Purge happened long ago.